What's up, my PT peeps? One Eye Bri back to talk about The Walking Dead and really Steven Yeun. Some facts about Steven Yeun. And yes, that's how you pronounce his last name, Yeun. Not Yoon, but Yeun. Spoilers for Season 7 of The Walking Dead. Don't want to ruin it for you, so stop watching now because Steven is a part of Season 7 and I don't want to ruin it for you. Like I said, Steven Yeun, part of The Walking Dead, and he's one of the main characters we had from the very beginning. And it's a great character, great actor, great person. One of the original Atlanta 5 members. He's babyface to grown up on the show. You know, he's part of our family, part of the Walking Dead family on there. Pretty awesome to see these characters and actors grow on the show, you know, just as we watch. Babyface Glenn, and that's when his big moment came, was in The Walking Dead. He tried out for the role of Glenn Rhee and was cast by Frank Darabont and Denise Huth, which was great, and there we go. We got our Glenn Rhee. There he is with our Rick Grimes, and awesome. Season 1 started our love with Glenn Rhee and these characters, and this was his come to Hollywood moment when all these walkers were chasing him. He said in various interviews that in this scene, really when all the walkers are chasing him when it starts to rain, like right here, he's like, man, you know, I kind of made it in Hollywood a little bit. Love the face right there. But here are some facts about Steven Yeun. He just had a birthday. He's 5'9". He was born in South Korea, December 21st, 1983. So happy belated birthday to Steven Yeun. And yes, it's Yeun, not Yoon. He is an awesome guy. You can meet him at Walker Stalker conventions. You can meet him at different things. He's outgoing. He's just a funny, awesome guy. He's been in some different things of, you know, improv groups and whatever. So he's one of the funniest people, they say, on the Walking Dead cast, and I believe it. He was also in The Big Bang Theory for a split second. He comes down after being Sheldon's initial roommate before the show really takes off in 2010. That's the same year The Walking Dead, 2010. He plays guitar just like Glenn did on The Walking Dead. He loves to play guitar, actually, and he's very musically inclined. He's done some voiceover work in a couple video games of Crisis and Crisis Warhead in 2007 and 2008, before The Walking Dead, obviously. He's been to Korea with Conan O'Brien, who he's good friends with. I believe he's actually in North Korea there, too, which is kind of crazy to think that he made it there with Conan O'Brien. They've been to, it's hilarious if you can see the YouTube clips of them. They were in spas together and hilarious. And it's pretty funny, the interaction between Conan O'Brien and Steven Yeun. Maggie, his on-screen wife, Laurie Cohan, they are really good friends. They're like best buddies. I'm sure they still keep in touch from time to time. You know, it's pretty tough to be, you know, with a different woman off the show, I'm sure. I don't know how actors do it, but they do, and they are good friends, Laurie Cohan and Steven Yeun. Originally, Steven's parents wanted him to study to become a doctor. However, once they found out that it wasn't his life path, they supported him and gave him a 2-year trial period to pursue his acting career, and thankfully he did, and became Glenn Rhee on The Walking Dead. He's also been to Kalamazoo College, where he studied psychology and got a degree in psychology. He's from Troy, right outside of Detroit, Michigan, so he's a Detroit guy, big Detroit sports fan. He was in This Comedy Club. There he is in the far right corner holding the cell phone. He's pretty funny. Like, he's an improv guy, so he's kind of comedian. I would love to see him do some stand-up or something. That would be pretty great, too. Improv comedy takes you far. Like I said, Detroit sports fan. He likes the Pistons and the Red Wings. You know, he's been to a couple of different sporting events, and we'll talk about a thing that got him in kind of trouble with a sports fan in Philadelphia. Pretty funny. There he is with some of his family, checking out a Pistons game, and he would go to Pistons games while he was filming in Atlanta. There he is with Scott Wilson, Herschel, rest in peace Herschel. There he is with his family, Walking Dead family, real life family, Detroit players. You know, pretty funny. But this was hilarious with him and the Philadelphia Flyers. On Twitter, Steven wrote, "Let's go at Detroit Red Wings." They were playing the Flyers. The Flyers wrote, "Let's go Lucille." Because over the summer, everyone thought Glenn was going to get Lucille'd, right? He had a war thing of Twitter on the Flyers. You can pause that and read it. But it's pretty hilarious on there with Steven Yeun and the Flyers. And it's all in good fun. Now, Steven Yeun knew that the comic book Glenn didn't make it out of the lineup, and he was committed to that part. He knew it had to happen. He wanted to replicate it to a T because it's a big part of the comic. If you haven't seen The Talking Dead, I said it in other videos, definitely check out Steven Yeun and Michael Cutlass being hilarious on there with this right here. And like I said, Steven Yeun, the comic book, he read the comic. He was a comic book fan going forward, and he knew issue 100 was such a big deal of the comics going forward for the storyline that he committed with Greg Nicotero, who did the episode, executive producer, awesome guy, to that part. And it wasn't like he was going to say, no, I can't die like that, but he knew it was a possibility, and a very good possibility, that was going to happen. And I thought they really did a good job on the show, and Steven Yeun did a great job of that part also on the show. Heartbreaking, terrible to watch, great to watch as well, but Steven and Glenn did a great job on that. Steven admitted that he hated Laurie as much as we did, as much as I did, as much as you did. We all hated Laurie. She was terrible. Not Sarah Wayne Callie. She did a great job, but Laurie, the character. Steven is also an investor of a Korean Mediterranean fusion restaurant in Los Angeles where he lives, called The Bun Shop, with his brother, Brian Yeun. So he's got a younger brother, Brian Yeun. He's got a wife now, Joanna. They got married pretty recently. I think they had a ceremony in Korea and also in Los Angeles where they live. They are going to have a baby together. Don't know if it's a boy or girl. Can't wait to see the pictures on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram for Steven Yeun. Give him a follow at Steven Yeun. And everyone loves Glenn, the Walking Dead cast, the fans, all of us. So that's just another fact that we all love Glenn. So there you go, guys. What facts did we miss? Let us know in the comments, and like, share, subscribe to get more videos. You guys are awesome, and thank you for watching.